Waiting for the rate to drop below 6%? You might want to watch this video.
This is Kasama, your community realtor.
So the great news is interest rates have been on the decline. It's been coming down, but it's not quite below 6% yet. So what should you do if you're a buyer or you're a prospective buyer waiting on the fence all these months for the rate to drop below 6%? Well, guess what? According to the article in National Association of Realtors, and if you want to see this article, just email me back and say NAR article. I will be more than happy to share that article with you. It states that a 30-year fixed rate mortgage of 6% would make the median priced home affordable for about 5.5 million more households, including 1.6 million renters. If rates were to hit that magic number, it's likely that about 10% or 550,000 of those additional households would buy a home over the next 12 to 18 months. According to many forecasters, the 6% or 5.99% rate will likely happen in 2026. So everybody's waiting for that number, right? Currently, rate is at 6.19%, not quite 5.99%. So you want to lean in for a little secret? Ready? Here it is. So I'm going to pop this chart up so you can kind of see the difference, okay? So based on this chart, the mortgage of $400,000, right? At 6.19%, which is the current rate, the monthly principal and interest is $24.47 and 28 cents. So we're all waiting for rate to drop to 5.99, and that's when everybody's going to pull the trigger. Well, the monthly principal and interest would be $23.95 and 63 cents. The difference of $51.65. By the way, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to get more, subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. And I appreciate your support by liking, sharing, commenting our videos so that our channel could continue to grow and reach more people. You can always count on our content to be helpful, informative, and valuable to the real estate consumers. So the cost of waiting for rates to drop to 5.99 would yield you a monthly savings of $51.65. What is that? Is that a couple of lunches? Is that a DoorDash? Is that a few coffee runs for the month? And I don't mean to minimize what $51 can do. What I'm trying to drive the point home is the cost of you waiting for rate to drop, which may be next year, some part of next year, to save you $51 based on a $400,000 mortgage could actually cost you more. Because when that happens, everybody's going to be leaping to buy, as we have demonstrated in the NAR article earlier of this video. What that means is you're not the only one who's going to be fighting to submit offers. You're going to be like the norm of what everybody's thinking right now. Whereas where we are right now, sellers are much more willing to make it work. They're willing to concede. They're willing to give credit towards repair. They're willing to give credit towards buyers' closing costs to help towards rate buy down. All these things are happening that may not be happening, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully, next year, because rates are more affordable and there's just going to be an abundance of buyers out there loose looking to buy and submitting offers. Sellers, guess what? The sellers are going to have a different attitude. Yes, and rightfully so, because they don't need to wait for the next buyer to come through. There's just going to be more buyers next year, okay? Why acting now makes sense. Jessica Lott, the Deputy Chief Economist and Vice President of Research at National Association of Realtors, says, over the last 5 weeks, mortgage rates have averaged 6.31%. This has provided savvy buyers a sweet spot to re-examine the home search process with more inventory, widening their choices. And like Matt Vernon, head of retail lending of Bank of America, notes, rather than waiting it out for a rate that they like better, hopeful buyers should assess their personal financial situation. If the house is right for them and the upfront and monthly payments are affordable, it could be the right chance to make a move. We have experienced that as real life case studies just literally in the past few weeks. We have 2 of our buyer clients who successfully got the keys to their dream home, not just a home, their dream home, and they're not as rate sensitive because they need to get in the door to make sure that they get possession of that home. Because guess what? Those 2 particular homes that they got are not going to be available next year. So think about that. Sit on that for a little bit. If you have questions, you know how to reach me. Email at kasama@kasamasales.com. I hope this has been helpful information to you. Thanks for watching.